Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of An Entrepreneur's Journey. Today with us we have Tirell Jeffers. He will be speaking to us, telling us a bit about his business and his journey as an entrepreneur. All right, so Tirell, how are you? And tell us a bit about yourself.
Yes, I'm good, thank you. Thank you for having me. So my name, as you said, is Tirell Jeffers. I run the company Tees Caribbean. I was born in Montserrat but moved to the UK in '98 following the eruption. And Tees Caribbean is basically just kind of trying to show the Caribbean through my eyes. Being born in Montserrat, moving to the UK at such a young age, it's kind of a mix of two cultures. So I'm trying to explore that through the brand. A lot of designs aim as well to educate people, as well as show off kind of the islands where they're from.
Wow. I like the fact that you're diverse in terms of the Caribbean and educating about the Caribbean in general because a lot of persons can definitely relate to your brand in terms of
Mhm.
it's not only for Montserrat but for other Caribbean islands so they could feel welcome and some sort of belonging as well. So that's really good. So how did you come up with the idea of like starting it?
Yeah, so it came from the protests in 2020. I joined one of the London protests and just heard the stories and everything, the oppression that people had faced, the struggles and such. So um, I guess during that time as well, I just saw a lot of, so it was all like African colors.
Yeah.
And I know me growing up, even in school, everyone thought I was African and everything, and I really wanted to identify and show everyone like I'm from the Caribbean and Montserratian because not many people knew Montserrat.
Yeah.
So kind of putting those two things together, the first collection I created was the Power Fist collection, and that was with the obviously the synonymous the well-known now symbol, the Power Fist, but with Caribbean islands, just so
Yeah.
people can show kind of where they're repping. And so they weren't kind of labeled as just this one group.
Yes. Okay, so that's really good. And I guess that even with the protests and so forth and the movement, in that time, persons would have been able to get shirts and feel proud of, proud to be participating in those events as well. All right. So do you design your own shirts or on in terms of the designs, or do you hire someone to do that?
So I design most of them. I'd say about 80% of them. I think the only ones that I couldn't, I have two collections, which is this one I'm wearing, like the Jolly Roger
Yeah.
collection.
Yeah.
Um, it's a subtle nod to one of my favorite anime, One Piece.
Yeah.
Um, I had to get it kind of customized because I had the ideas in my head, but I just couldn't draw it as great as other people could.
Yeah.
Um, Another one is called The Lost City, which features um, lost art, I think lost places in Plymouth and just around Montserrat. So it has
Mm-hmm.
the clock tower, war memorial, the government house, and so on, just in that sign.
Yeah.
Another thing, as I said before, that was to give people an insight who probably didn't know about Montserrat, about what was there before, like pre
Yeah.
97 and everything.
Yeah. I like it. I like the idea behind the different collections. And it seemed like a lot of effort is going into, planning and designing of the stuff because like you say, you want to educate persons as well, not just selling clothing, but educating them about the Caribbean as well. All right. So how did you come up with the business name T Caribbean?
So it's kind of play on words from my name as well.
Uh-huh.
So as I said before, everyone in like primary school and everything thought I was um, African, so I wanted to kind of show no, I'm Caribbean. This is T's
Yeah.
Caribbean. This is kind of how I see or Caribbean through my eyes, I guess, is how
Okay.
the name came
Yeah.
about. I think it also fit with my logo concept.
Yeah.
So I took the Montserratian emblem. I think it's the goddess with the cross and the harp.
Yeah.
I changed the cross into a T and the harp into a C. So it's kind of still has those subtle nods to Montserrat as well with the T's Caribbean. I think this is a
Wow.
little edit as well, a little
Yeah. Yeah.
special
Wow.
one for this collection.
Wow, nice. And I'm happy to hear about it because I've seen your logo before And now that you give me explanation of it, I think I have a better appreciation for it. So, that's really cool. I mean, I have my logo as well, and I don't even think as much persons know about my logo or the meaning behind my logo. So, I mean, the explanation is it really helped me to like, feel the logo even more than before, and kind of understand the story behind it. Um, so how did you raise funds to start this business?
So initially, it was all off my own back, I guess. During the pandemic, everyone was in lockdown, so we didn't really have anywhere to go.
Yeah.
Thankfully, I didn't have to kind of spend money on petrol or going out with friends and anything like that. So the money I was saving through all of that, I put into starting a business. Whether that was like websites, signing up to um, get samples in and stuff like that. It was just all kind of off my own back from pandemic savings.
Okay, wow, that's really good. And I like the fact that you took advantage of a situation that was not so good, and I think a lot of person may have tried. Some people would have let that time pass and just waste time probably watching Netflix or so, but it's good to see, persons actually taking advantage of that time.
Mhm.
So I'm really happy to hear that you would have been working on your projects during that time. So how did you get your first set of customers? I know you were at the protests and so how did you go about getting your first set of customers for your brand?
So I once I'd done my first design, I think I'd bought printing paper and printed a design and the once I design and kind of ironed it onto my shirt.
Yeah.
I sent out the design and my thoughts behind it to families and friends.
Mm-hmm.
And a few of them loved the concept and decided to put in kind of pre-orders for their own designs. So
Yeah.
that's how I got my first customers.
Wow. Um, I think this would have been like a takeaway. Like for me, is like almost everybody I spoke to is like customers and family. Customers, the first set of customers are actually like family and friends. And
Yeah.
I think that's important. Once you get that support, then I think that tends to help to build confidence so that you could move forward. All right. So do you do the printing and embroidery for all of your clothing line?
Not currently, no. So I use because of how it starts, I think I used everything's made to order. So I
Yeah.
use kind of external suppliers, which helps keep my costs down at the start. I
Mm-hmm.
think it's only recently I've started to buy in bulk.
Yeah.
Hopefully this time next year as well, I'll be able to bring everything in-house as well for better savings for customers.
Okay. That's really good. So do you have an online store?
I do, yeah. I think I am on Etsy as well as my own website, teescaribbean.com.
Okay. Really good, really good. So persons across the world could definitely order stuff.
They can, yeah. I think it should as well um, show them in their local currencies and everything like that. So you don't have to
Mm-hmm.
dabble with exchange rates and everything because I know that's tough sometimes
Yes,
to
yes,
calculate.
yes. Definitely. So how do you market your business and what have you seen the most success in?
So initially, I started to market on usual social media
Mm-hmm.
ads and everything.
Yeah.
Um, I didn't find them to be as good as I'd hoped. So
Mm-hmm.
in more recent times, I'm getting out more. I'm talking to people directly, whether that's I scroll through Twitter and see a flag, I'll give them a quick DM.
Yeah.
I'd go and also look for pop-up shops. So this year I've done three so far. And I think I get a lot of satisfaction or customers from that as well. Show them the designs, they can feel the quality and everything. Um, I love to design on the spot as well, so I show them what their custom would look like.
Mm-hmm.
I think they really get a better feel for like what I'm trying to do when I do that too. So that's been one of the most successful ways.
Okay, that's really cool. And I like the fact that you mentioned about the ads. I think a lot of persons are into doing the social media ads, whether it's on Instagram and Facebook. What I've tried it once. I haven't tried it as much, but looking at some persons ad sponsors, I don't think they're as effective as we normally think.
hmm
Like they might be there, but persons are just scrolling through, and there must be some sort of connection for them to actually, click into this
Yeah.
and you know um purchase or something.
Yeah, I
I
think that's something I did find out. Is they need to feel the brand to actually take action and buy.
Yeah,
Likes don't really equate to sales and everything like that. So
yeah. And definitely understandable because as a brand, as a brand, I like that you're speaking for your brand instead of just, putting it there and hoping that everything works out. But you speaking for your brand, speaking to persons, and so I think that's very effective. Is there like a Caribbean community in which, like, in the UK, in which you could like share your stuff with, your ideas and so forth?
there should be. So I guess during the pandemic they closed down a lot of I guess West Indian centers
Mm-hmm.
where kind of communities would gather and everything. But as things are slowly opening back up, I will be joining a few of those as well.
Okay.
I know I've kind of talked to the local Caribbean restaurants and stuff, so I have leaflets in those places and stuff. So it's good kind of having that local community around me too.
Mm-hmm. That's really good. I'm not sure if you go to Carnival and those sorts of stuff. You participate in the stuff. So
Yeah, so Carnival came back for the first time this year. Yeah,
uh-huh. Um, to me, when I'm thinking about your brand and I'm thinking about wearing it, I think that's a nice place to, like showcase it in terms of like flexing, flex
yeah.
a brand from my country in the Caribbean, and really represent. So how many
Definitely.
hours per day do you dedicate on average to your business?
So I'm still working full time. So I think on average it could be about 2 to 3. I think some days I have more busy days than others.
Mm.
So I finish work at 5:30. I could be depending on if I have a new product launch coming out.
Yeah.
I could be working from anything 6 p.m. to like 2 a.m. That's
Mm-hmm.
because I just want to get the design out, the website, marketing, and so on done. Other days, I think I just like to. You need to kind of have a balance. So I just like to relax and tone down. So I might do 1, 2 changes on the website, message people on social, and then kind of relax in the evening.
Uh, good. Sounds good. All right. So like if you explain to us like your typical day, you waking up from that stage. If you
Yeah.
explain to us, go straight up into the night, what would it be like? What's a typical day
So,
for you?
um, yeah, wake up. It's from 9 a.m. I'm at my desk on my laptop doing kind of my day job.
Yeah.
Think I do take a few breaks. So when I'm on break, I'd be scrolling social media on my business platform,
Mm-hmm.
engaging with people who've engaged with me, or just reaching out to other people.
Yeah.
Um, if I see kind of a few partners have done nice things in the community, I'd message well done. What I want to be a part of this, like just engaging with people. Um, and then after work, I'd probably do the same for a bit. Um, get onto my laptop, research a few marketing things I can do, whether that's look at design websites, see what my next social post can be, start playing around with videos, reel ideas, um, pretty much what I do at my evenings as well, yeah. And that would
Wow.
probably run up to 9 p.m. and onwards.
Uh, yeah, that's really good. I'm glad to see that you're focused and constantly looking for ways in terms of growing. So you're looking for ways in which you can grow. And that's something that I tend to do as well. Instead of searching social media, just randomly scrolling through anything, I tend to be more deliberate in looking for stuff that I could actually learn from. So I like that. All right. How does being an entrepreneur affects your social life and your family life?
So yeah, it could affect it, I guess, if you let it get to you. So like I said before, there's sometimes I'd be up until like 1 a.m. So
Mm-hmm.
I know we normally have kind of our me and my girlfriend like to watch shows basically. So we have our little scheduled shows that come on in the
Yeah.
evening. Sometimes I'd miss those. I
Yeah.
think she'd be asleep when I'm just typing away as well. I think I'll give you an example. I have an upcoming market, I think, on a Sunday, and
Uh-huh.
it's my friend's birthday on a Saturday. And I think he's booked like a table and everything in Central London bar. So as an entrepreneur, I think I have to be about my wits. I've already given myself a curfew as well, so I'm going to leave early so I can prepare for my shop the next day and stuff like that. So it's just
Yeah.
you have to pick and choose when you can go out and socialize and everything like that.
Yeah, I definitely could relate to it. And I think sometimes it's a bit hectic. But once you have the right set of persons around you, to understand what you're trying to achieve, I think it should be good. So do you think your friends and like, family understand understand what you're trying to achieve and would, give you a little slack in terms of like, not pressure you if you actually miss something?
Yeah, definitely. I know they'd seen my vision from the outset as well. A
Hmm.
few of them were the first ones to buy my designs, which helped. Um,
Yeah,
Sending me images and stuff for me to post, so they know what the brand means to me. Um, Also, I think, like I said, it's about balance. So if they get me in advance, I wouldn't kind of if I say I'm coming, I wouldn't then turn around and say I can't come because X, Y, Z. I think if they
yeah,
put something in my calendar, then that's their time. That's I'm focused on that friendship, that gathering. Yeah,
yeah. That's really good. So what motivates you to keep going?
I'd probably say just to ideally, I want to retire in my own time.
Yeah,
um, I know they say retirement age, pension age, and everything keeps going up.
yeah,
I want to be able to be comfortable with my own life, and retire when I want, see the world when I want, and stuff like that. Just do do me. I'd say that's why I keep pushing,
yeah.
help the family and stuff like that.
Yeah. I definitely agree with you. And like to me, like most person want it, but it's not everybody who would make that step and put in that effort. But I think that it's good when you have a why that keeps you going.
Hmm.
Because I share similar thoughts as you. Like I'm thinking that retirement age is going up. And then if you keep doing a 9 to 5, then when would be your retirement age? Would it be
Yeah,
75? Would it be 80? But then I'm a believer that look, everybody should be enjoying life. They should be enjoying spending time with family and so forth. So I've seen like a lot of persons working, but I've never seen them enjoy life until after 65. I want to be enjoying life right now and, spending time doing the things that I like. Even though I say right now, it's not a thing where we entrepreneurs might just try to feel like, okay, we want to get rich right now. But, I'm just
hmm
saying like, work towards it and keep pushing. So that's really good. See, you have that mindset as well. And you said help family and help friends, I think. So that's something for me too. And I think that's one of the strongest thing that keeps us going because we
yeah,
want to help the persons around us and even persons that we may not know. We would love to help, but we just need to put ourselves in a position where we can actually do that. So I share some of the same whys as you in terms of what motivates me to keep going. What has been your most satisfying moment in business?
um, there's been a few really. I think the one that I remember early on when I started. One of my friends had bought a hoodie for his brother,
Mm-hmm.
and I think we play American football together. So we were in our match. I'd come off because the play was over, and then I see his brother in my hoodie, and I just had this huge smile on my face because it's I think seeing people actively out and about wearing your designs, I think that's a great feeling.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah,
Definitely like that, man. And knowing that you create that, I'm sure that you were really pleased with that. Yeah. Wow.
definitely. Yeah, I think the feedback as well I've been getting in the pop-ups.
Mm-hmm.
I think recently one's been delivered. I'd met this woman at pop up and she created a custom and I delivered it to her the other day and she sent me a really nice email just letting her know, just letting me know what she saw in store was amazing and the final product is even better than she thought. So that's feedback like that just keeps me going.
Wow,
Real nice.
nice, nice, nice. Definitely understand. Definitely feel the same way when I deliver a product and just satisfying the customer gives you that satisfaction, That's
Hmm.
that feeling of self-fulfillment in a sense. All right. So what has been your worst experience in business so far?
Um, well, there was one that sticks out to me. I think I just started the embroidery side.
Mhm.
After all my research and kind of finding a partner to do it, getting the designs together and everything, there was one customer that didn't like it,
Mhm.
didn't like what she had ordered. I'd asked for feedback and kind of to get more, basically, what it's just to understand why, but I didn't receive any replies from her. I think she was probably just trying to get like a freebie or something, but um, the initial kind of the initial contact that she gave me and everything, it just that was kind of disheartening. Made me start kind of questioning: is my product worth like what I'm selling it for? Why has she not liked it? I was really just ticking through my head for a few weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think that's probably one of the worst experiences.
Yeah. So like with that, what was your conclusion at the end of it in terms of your thoughts? Because you said you would have had thoughts of whether or not what you're selling is actually worth what you're selling it for.
Yeah.
So what conclusion you came to in terms of like moving past that? So I'm sure that you would have moved past that stage
Hmm.
of that doubt and
Yeah.
in a better place right now. So what conclusion did you came to and how did you get through that?
Well, I'd say first off, I got through it just by everyone around me. I guess my girlfriend as well just support me, saying it like it is worth what it sold for. I think if she was that serious about it, she would have replied to my messages. I think I'd try to follow up as well just to get some feedback and help there. But me personally, I think I've changed. Well, since then, it caused me to kind of relook at um, pricing for some things and the quality as well. So um, I try and be communicate more with people because what I do, there's different levels of products, different I'd say different weights of jumpers and everything. So you can
Mhm.
have one that's warmer and thin and skinny fit, or one that's kind of thinner and regular fit, and so on, so on. So I try to talk more to customers to explain the differences between them, make sure they have the right product for them.
Yes. Makes sense because once you get their feedback, then you would have an idea of their expectations so that you could live up to them. And you know, the involvement of them is very important as well because I'm known like say, you might have a customer and like you're talking to them, but they seem too busy to, be involved. It's like they're not really into what's happening at the moment until they get the product and then it's like that's the moment in which they're bringing out their thoughts and
Yeah,
what they wanted. So definitely understand that. And I'm so happy that you moved past that because I'm known there would have been lots of experience for myself in which I would have had to move past certain difficulties. And I'm telling you, it's like you might have a customer feedback and it's like you're depressed about it. I had that like a few months ago and it was a nice feeling, but I had to move past, I had to believe in myself. And this is just one person, and probably the person is not even that knowledgeable about the products that you offer in terms of
yeah,
quality and in terms of design. So they don't appreciate what they have. All right. So, it's good that when we could bounce back from these things and don't let them cause us to, give up our business or stop
yeah.
our intense motivation for what we're doing. So what piece of advice would you give to a new entrepreneur or someone who is considering starting a business?
I'd probably first thing to say, keep pushing. I think if you believe in your own product, I guess there's going to be some sacrifices you have to make along the way, but if you believe in it and you really want it to succeed, just keep pushing. Um, I think there's everything's not going to be an overnight success. I think when I launched my first collection, I thought this would just boom and take off, but it's a journey. Enjoy the journey as you go. You'll be learning things that you didn't really know you wanted to learn. You'll be finding out things about yourself. Just keep pushing.
Great, great. Solid advice. And we need to keep that in our back of our mind because, sometimes like, you just go in, you just go in, you just go in, you just go in until you get burnt out, and just want
Yeah.
to just relax. So just keep pushing through. And that's an affirmation or a thought that should be at the back of our mind. Just keep pushing. All
Mhm.
right. So what business resources are, if there's any website, any books, or anything that you would recommend for persons to check out if they want to improve their knowledge in business or learning a new skill or something?
Yeah. So for me, I'm a lot more visual learner than text-based.
Yeah.
So what I found best was YouTube, really. It's like a free resource of anything you need. So I've learned a lot about social media ads from there, marketing, um, learned a lot of coding for the website from there. Um, it's yeah, at the click. If you have an internet connection, it's kind of your best and free tool.
Okay, great, great. And I learned a lot from YouTube. Today was the last time I actually went on YouTube to try and learn something. So it's an everyday thing for me.
Definitely.
So definitely recommend that one as well. And we can't underestimate what is there to be learned from YouTube. And so we need to take advantage. Do you have like brand ambassadors or such like that? Like, somebody who kind of like promote your brand for you or
Um, Not per se. I think I have family and friends who are always wearing it. So I think in Montserrat right now, my auntie Paulisa Reina, I did her a nice anime Montserrat hoodie.
Mhm.
Um, I know she's always talking about she's wearing it out and about, so
uh
it's good to hear is that she's out there doing that for me.
okay, that's really cool. So that's really nice. And look forward to seeing more stuff from you. All right. So do you have any current promotion or sale ongoing or
So it varies. So currently it's Black History Month in the UK. So
yeah.
my Powerfist collection is reduced. But what I try and do is every Independence Day, I know there's St. Vincent is coming up in a few weeks, so to
Yeah.
Dominica. I
Yeah.
try and discount those designs. So it will be a cross collection because everything I do is custom, but it'll be those designs specific. So if you want a St. Vincent Power Fist or a St. Vincent in a
Mm.
puzzled collection or something, it'll be those.
Okay, sounds great. Definitely would have to reach out to you in terms of getting something because I'm from St. Vincent, so
Yes.
celebrating independence soon. We'll definitely will check you out in terms of like ordering something from like repping St. Vincent and so forth. All right, so how can someone get in touch with you if they want to reach out to you and make a booking or so?
Yeah, so I have a website, teescaribbean.com. My email, teescaribbean@gmail.com. Or I'm on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and TikTok at Tees Caribbean.
Okay, great. So thanks for letting us know where we can get in touch with you. I will share those details in the show notes so that anybody who is interested can just stop over at your platforms and make a booking. So thank you so much for coming on. I really appreciate it and I'm grateful for your time spent here.
No worries. Thank you for having me.
All right, thanks. All right, so goodbye everyone. Don't forget to check out Tees Caribbean for your customized clothing, whether you rep in a Caribbean country or you just wanna, show some love. Just shout out check out Tyrell page on Instagram, Tees Caribbean, and place your order. All right. So see you guys next time.